Wow, Eagle Hangar, Wall of Honor. Our nation's call to wings during World War II was answered by many. So too was EAA's call for support to salute those heroic men, women, and machines who preserved our way of life. First 1,000 individuals who stepped forward with a pledge of 600 or more are recognized here as members of EAA's Eagle Squadron. Many were members of the EAA Warbirds of America Division. Their generous support will ensure future generations will remember and respect our World War II aviation heritage. Here's a wall of American aces from 1939 to 1945. The Hellcat. Eagle Hangar Ready Room. The U.S. Army Cannon Heater. Oof. There's some old chairs. Gunrunner's Headache. Watch behind your shadow when flying low and alone. Think fast. In combat, you have no time for pondering. And before takeoff, check everything. All sorts of artifacts. Don't be a mic hog. It's all part of history, folks. Gotta remember your history. The Axis and Allies section. United States Air Force jet fighters. It's a pretty massive museum, as you can see. And I'm just in one part, one hangar, separated from the main building. Well, it's connected to the main building, but the 8th Air Force. Aircraft recognition. Aviation in the news. Look at that radio. Oh, that's a cool RCA microphone right there. The Edward R. Murrow Award. Ooh. Civilian photographers. Look at that camera. Imagine hauling that thing around. Look at how massive that is down there. $93 miles to Hales Corners. Oshkosh 1 mile. look at that plane. Yeah, my fear of heights is kicking in right now, unfortunately. So it's as close as I'm getting. If you've never been to the EAA before, I definitely suggest you check it out if you're in Wisconsin. Even if you're not in Wisconsin, I mean, people come from all over the world for the EAA Air Venture, and it's pretty neat, you know. It's not an expensive museum at all. $12.50 for adults. Not expensive. Well worth the money. How to use various parts, radio and instruments, hydraulics, power plants, armament, airframe, electrical, parachutes, recruiting. This is a Link C3 trainer right here. It was an instrument trainer in 1934. It was built by Edwin Link. And it was used to train Army Air Corps pilots as the Army took over all airmail services from private contractors. This is the J2f Duck. That's a monster. Holy moly, look at that thing. Ooh-wee. It says here, based on design work begun in 1932, the J2f Duck carried a crew of 3, pilot, observer, and radio man. Grumman built 315 of these amphibians before wartime orders for other designs exceeded their production capability. I got all sorts of ads up here. Timken Rayovac. Jockey, Harley Davidson, Snap-on tools. Very, 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 did I say very enough? Very cool museum. My darling Marta. This is the Stinton L-5E Sentinel. It was popularly known as the Flying Jeep. The L-5 was a liaison and utility aircraft used by all branches of the U.S. military as well as British Royal Air Force during World War II. Duties of such aircraft range from light transport to reconnaissance, communications, artillery spotting, and casualty evacuation. Unlike other U.S. liaison aircraft, which were conversions of civilian light aircraft types, the L-5 was purpose-built to military specifications. Aircraft radio development and instruments here. Ooh la la. It's just amazing how technology has progressed over the course of 80 years. Of course, you got your radio there. Old-timey radio. It really is like taking a step back in time, you know. In 2018, we were in Tucson. We went to the Pima Air Force exhibit, and that was pretty huge, actually. They had Air Force Ones there, World War I, World War II. It was pretty neat. And then in 2016, we got to go to we went to San Diego, and we went on the USS Midway. That was pretty neat. That aircraft carrier was, you know, they look huge from the outside. They're huge. Combat Aircraft Nose Arc up there. We got Daisy May, Sagittarius, Lucky Lady, and Chief Oshkosh. This is the North American Aviation P-64. The P-64 is a fighter derivative of the North American Aviation BT-9, from which the ubiquitous AT-6 Texan trainer was also developed. 1942 Ford staff car for the U.S. Army. Hi. Look in there. And this again, the Chief Oshkosh nose arc. Just look at the size of these engines. This is a Pratt & Whitney double Wasp R-2800. It is an 18-cylinder, 2-row air-cooled radial. That thing is huge. That's your massive engine right there. Ooh, we got a chopper. Wisconsin's Fallen. We dedicate this base honoring U.S. Armed Forces members of Wisconsin who died in service in Vietnam or Southeast Asia, as well as those who are unaccounted for during the war. The plane handling crew. That's kind of neat. You can't go in there though, it's off limits. Museum staff only. It's kind of neat. This is a Fat Man. It was designed to hold nuclear weapons. Yeesh. Epilogue. Victory. Japan surrenders to end World War. Here's an aircraft carrier model. That wall is massive. I mean, I can't really. Geez, I'd probably have to back up to the other side of the hangar. It says United States Armed Forces, 1939 to 1945. That is a massive display right there. And that is a Japanese fighter plane. Pearl Harbor. On a quiet Sunday morning in Hawaii, the Japanese attacked a huge U.S. Navy facility at Pearl Harbor. Since Japan had joined Germany and Italy on the Axis side, this December 7, 1941 event brought the United States into World War II. 350 aircraft were destroyed, killed 2,403 men, wounded 1,178 in heavily damaged shore facilities. A lot of things that you're not taught probably in school anymore. U.S. Navy. And then you got naval people up there. There's so much to see here. Really, if you get a chance and you're in Oshkosh, it's right off of Highway 41 and South Park Avenue. You need to check this place out. It is awesome. can actually touch this wing if you wanted to. I'm not going to. We can walk under it though. That thing is humongous. So that's the de Havilland Mosquito, huh? It was conceived in the late 1930s as an unarmed bomber faster than any known fighter. That says Mosquito on it as well. Look at the guns sticking out of that one. P38 Lightning. Oh, it says Marge on it. The Lockheed P38 Lightning first saw combat on 4th of August 1942 when P38's based in the, oh boy, Aleutian Islands, downed 2 Japanese flying boats. A few days later, a P-38 on a ferry flight to Europe helped down the first Luftwaffe aircraft credited to an American fighter. Oh, yeah, Richard Bong. I'm assuming this is a replica. Yeah, it was lost in combat while Bong was on leave. And we have the North American Aviation P-51D right here. It says widely regarded as one of the finest fighters of World War II. The P-51 originated with an April 1940 request to North American Aviation to build the Curtiss P-40 fighters for Great Britain. Rather than build another company's aircraft, North American Aviation proposed to build an entirely new design, which became the P-51 Mustang. Here we are entering now the Wasp, Women Flyers of World War II. 500-pound general-purpose bomb. The Wasp Legacy, Women Who Dare. Wasp helped open the door for women in aviation, inspiring successive generations to proudly and honorably serve the United States. Tammy Jo Schultz wore this CWU-27/P flight suit as a U.S. Navy FA-18 pilot. Schultz wore this scarf as captain of Southwest Flight 1830 on April 17, 2018, when the aircraft decompressed after an engine fan blade failed and struck the fuselage. Schultz's competence and calm demeanor were crucial in landing the damaged aircraft and saving its 149 passengers and crew. And that would be her right there. This here is an example of the Santiago blue dress uniform issued to Wasp during World War II. Wow. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, which is, you know, considering I started this in March, pretty darn cool. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. And if you want to subscribe, go to www.youtube.com. Obviously, you're watching this video. Just make sure you hit that notification bell, and that'll update you to when new episodes are coming out. You can also go to www.patreon.com, and you can sign up on there and help support the channel. I'm making a donation of $5 or more. You can get access on Patreon to other special things, live streams, bonus content, and more. So, again, from Oshkosh, Wisconsin and the EAA Museum, this is Yogi. And until the next one, folks, I'm out of here.